That'll be really nice. Gives you attack speed.
Eating garlic nuts. Mm-hmm. Work was asked today, and the only benefit to my day was listening to the entire plot of Call of Duty Zombies. Um, well, considering the fact that the zombie is 6 hours and 45, the video is 6 hours and 45 minutes. Yeah. And the crazy part is we already got up to Black Ops 3. Well, it's not up to Black Ops 3. I'm up to Black Ops 3 because I just. Oh my god, why is my best friend simping again? So he has a really bad fixation on like gym girls, and I haven't like I've just been at work, and the only thing I see when I get back on Discord is I'm low key simping for the girl I have never talked to or met. Send help, bro. She's fine, Asian, ass, fit, and tattoos. I said send pics. He's like, I can't. It's not an Insta girl. It's someone at my gym.
Did you tell him to man up and to ask her out?
Doing that now.
Lame. What goes if you find someone fine you want to talk to if you don't talk to them?
Yeah.
Anyways, today's session is going to be a little more focused. I'm going to be a little more harder on you.
Okay.
Yesterday's lesson was about the dueling stance. Today, I'm going to work on the weaknesses that I saw in your gameplay. As a recap, so far, in my honest opinion, you're the champion pool that you're playing. If you keep playing the way that you've been playing, you're going to have to drop Mordekaiser. Zone of control. Mordekaiser is zone of control, the character. Every single time, there is somebody in your perspective, and there is in your view. You need to be ulting them like a madman. Let's see if I can actually bring up the site. Or look at your VODs. It should allow me to.
Yeah.
These ones, but internet. Actually, no, yes, it will. Turning off web match history. It will still show up history. That's shutting down third-party access. Just transitioning to a new service. Oh, fuck off. Okay, good. I can download the replay. Because in this game, particularly, the replay for this game is missing and isn't available. Bullshit. Bullshit.
Wait, you're trying to download the game up?
No, I'm trying to look up your VODs.
Oh.
This is a moment in question that I want to go over as the long-standing point of everything. I'm trying to make sure that I can actually access it. I should have pre-prepared, but it is whatever.
Feels like 2 in the afternoon.
It is indeed. Plays XYZ. Automatic saving of masses. Nope, that would have to require you to do it automatically. Fuck me. Bring up your client, please, so we can review this game, because we're gonna have to do it through Discord.
Alright. Which game? The first one or the second one?
Second one.
Okay.
Actually, it's whichever game had the Seraphine in it, which I'm pretty sure was actually the third game. I think it was the third game.
Yeah, it is. What the Seraphine in it was the one I went 14-2.
Yes.
You see it?
I hear you.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. 30 seconds until minions spawn. Minions have spawned.
Okay. I need you to fast forward to the point where you're having the fights inside of their bottom top quadrant in the later part of the game. Later than that.
Right around here.
You have to probably search for a little bit. You are in the top side of their bottom half quadrant.
It should be right around here. Yep. Right around here?
This is kind of good. This one and this one is key situations. Rewind about 30 seconds. Okay. Slow down to 1.5. I'm going to walk you through what I'm looking at, okay? 1.5.
I mean 0.5.
So, vision. We're deep in their jungle. They know where you are, and they can physically see you. When you are in these situations, this is your domain. This is your time to shine. You are zone of control of the character. The fight literally exists around where you are. Find a target, pick a target, start getting to work on them. It doesn't matter if you pull them in to start it. It doesn't matter if you flash on them to start it. It doesn't matter if you are queuing at them and poking them down to start it. This is your job and your domain, okay? The one thing that your character has that not a lot of split pushers have, because you're playing a split pushing champion. So it is your job to get on top of people and to take the duels. Your job is to look at the map, figure out where the pressure needs to go, and abuse them with it. In this situation, you did not sweep anything. There are no wards being removed. So I can know that they're moving like this because they have vision, but you don't know this. In this scenario, because we knew they put that ward there in that top brush here, where that teleport is coming from behind. We know that we have wards here and they have a ward there. We do not know that they have a ward around everything here. So, in situations like this, where they're all the way across from us, and we're in situations like this, it's important that we follow this up. It's also important that we keep the wave top side moving, because this is where we're splitting right now. Unfortunately, because of situations like this choke, we have to play ourselves up in this matter where we cannot get tunneled, okay? You can't just dedicate yourself to any one specific idea, because you need to like turn around and fight targets that are going to prevent you from doing your job. This is where a lot of your tunneling aspect comes in, because yes, you're strong, but you're not that strong, right? You have to play out these situations a lot. This is probably your first time facing Trundle topside, so you aren't aware of how dangerous that is. You're also not probably aware of how dangerous fighting a Brand with a Seraphine supporting him to help a Evelyn can be. But in this scenario, your job is to get in, push in the wave, aggress their towers, and get out. If you can open yourself up and make it so that you can go for a play like this, then you can go for those plays. Realistically, they should have all killed you there, but because you're already fed, you're able to just roll stomp this. Here I have you stop to start taking this Scuttle Crab because realistically no one's chasing you. All this vision was placed defensively, not offensively. So you can be able to take this from them and then go back and get a power buy and set yourself up to be able to fight sooner rather than later. Because the only thing that's going to stop you in fights like this is your health pool. This is why we build the items we do. It's why I'm having you start learning to build the items that you're building. Especially demonic, because having that HP, having that AP, having a conversion ratio on your mythic to then make more life for yourself is going to affect your ability to win and lose. Because realistically, if you wanted to fuck with them because you've already proven your worth, you could have been able to do the Herald, but I didn't have you do the Herald because we had a big buy and we had to go back. So fast forward a little bit. The reason we get these buys and we get this big, because I believe the play that I'm talking about in question is going to come up here with the Seraphine, is so that we can go on the map and we can encroach. Because you push waves extremely fast at this point in the game. All it takes is one ability, if not two abilities. You can be able to walk over, take things, get into the jungle, and start dominating based on the fact that they do not want to get stuck anywhere near you. So in this situation, I said I don't want to really be here unless I really have the opportunity to be here, because it's going to cause me a little bit of a scuffle. Because realistically, look at the health of the tower here. This tower is full health. Heralds will break towers that are at the level of 2 points of health and a sliver, which would be worth 2 plates of gold and the last remaining plate of gold. I don't want to drop a Herald here, because that's an empowered back, and that's also the ability to push. We're already split pushing, but am I going to be able to fight in middle lane from this position with my team, this scattered back, versus a wave clear mage and his support? Not realistically, not really, no, because look where our wave is in mid. Now look at the wave. The wave. Down, yes. Our wave was stalled out there. So there's no way that we're actually going to be able to get a push off this, because their wave is arriving. And they immediately are able to push us off this, which means we don't get any actual value out of this. All this does is put damage on the turret, and I don't want damage on the turret. I want to be able to take things. Pause. Go up to top lane. Look at the health that's on the tower. This is full, but you have waves pushing here, and you knew that there was going to be people defending mid because your team was making me play for this. Because you have teleport. Just make sure to remind myself.
No, I didn't have exhaust.
No, you did not. You had exhaust. That's correct. Just covering it. Because you're in a normal situation, if you had a teleport here, teleport or not, your job is the pressure. The entire point of your exhaust is, I want to be able to reduce damage to the people who are going to come defend me. Yes, it feels like it's a shit play, but it's actually not. Because you need to create pressure here, and map pressure is the entire goal. If you had pushed in this wave, and then you pushed this tower down, and then waited and held your Herald until you got to the tower behind it, at the inhibitor tower, pan over, you could have been able to take that tower, the tower behind it, the inhibitor, and then start threatening their inhibitor towers with the slam. Because you would have been able to get 3 to 4 slams out of that. Because it will do, because of how you've built, you'll have just enough damage with your auto attacks to be able to get it low enough to the point it'll start chain killing everything. It'll do about 2200 health. It's going to be enough. You can do 500 swipes in like 3 to 4 auto attacks. While you're doing that, they're going to either make the decision to either keep fighting 4v4 mid, or send people to rotate to you top. And when they rotate to you, and now you can fast forward, you need to do what you needed to do here to the Seraphine. You're gonna want to fast forward until you get to the point, because it's deep inside their top quadrant. You show up here, you kill almost everyone. I tell you to back off this because there's really no reason to chase her down, because I need to use the pressure to get the tower. bridge down the tower. Bran comes to fight you. I tell you to back off because I don't want to be stunned under tower because we can't really aggress him. We back off. We go farm scuttle. Or excuse me, we go Farkin Prugs. Push the wave back. You probably didn't even realize that she was looking for you there, did you?
No.
Overstaying can get you killed a lot. You have to have the gumption in mind to know what is happening. Now, if there had been a red buff to take, I would have told you to go to the red buff. But seeing the way that they were playing tells me that there was a jungler looking about for you. So it was smarter to just stay on the top side because I want to stay away from the danger of the jungle. Here in this scenario, because they already know you're there and you're on the wave, you cannot go for this. You wanted to walk forward to try to fight them. That would be fine as long as you pick them out immediately, but because you stutter stepped, you gave them time to figure out what they want to do next. Backing off here is the play you have to make, because drawing the pressure only works if they actually feel pressured. The tower's gone, so there's no pressure to actually be given there. The only way you can apply pressure is then to walk forward to fight them, but I'm not walking forward in any position where I have wards. And I don't have any wards covering any of these top quadrants on red side. Fast forward. We come back to the base, and we buy. I get the hourglass. You start pathing towards the top side, through mid. You go here, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Go back. This is not Seraphine, it was the other one. Normal speed. Normal speed.
Normal speed.
Now slow it down. Watch what you do. As soon as we break the crest of this wall, stop. Go back.
Sorry, 1 second. I don't know why I mentally froze.
It's because you weren't expecting her to be there.
No, I was. I just wasn't expecting her to walk and do nothing. I'm expecting her to try and do Evelyn shit.
Evelyn is an assassin. You're a big giant juggernaut. She's waiting for you to do something. Now you know she's there because she's trying to kill your Singed. She hits the Charmed, but then has to fall back off because she kills him. Then she starts walking around.
All her cooldowns to do it.
Yes, she doesn't have anything. So as soon as you saw her here, in the time it took you to throw that Q&E, that should have been an ultimate.
Yeah.
We can't fail things like this. Not when we're playing Mordekaiser. Because every single time that happens, that is you losing your agency. It's not the end of the world that happens, but look at the immediate reaction that you see from the support here. She immediately starts warding the approach. And we don't have scout vision, so we can't even sweep this. So now they just permanently know what we're doing. And this is the opposite of creating pressure. This is giving them safety. They know which angle you're going to come from. They know when you're going to come from this angle. And the way that they're playing, they're just going to eternally stay at arm's length from you. Because why would they walk into you? This is the scenario that I want you to be able to avoid. And there's nothing that I can do to help you fix this until we get in our heads the idea of snap decisions, like I told you last night. So, you can be able to cut it out now. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to try to hammer in today the idea of being snappy about decision making. I'm going to drill you. The entire point of the drills is going to be to improve your decision making speed. Pick any character. There it is. All right. How much experience do you have in the top lane in terms of your matchups?
So concerning matchups,
Not against specific champions, but play styles.
how do you answer that? Because again, I'm bronze 3. I'm bronze 3, so I don't exactly,
Well, when you play matchups, what matchups do you struggle with? Do you struggle with melees? Do you struggle with range? Do you struggle with mages?
I struggle with range, and I guess you can say I struggle with mobility, if anything.
I will be the best.
Well, you're going to have to learn how to do proper aggression today. Aggression and defense. And I'm going to drill you with all 3 types. I'm going to assume you picked Mordekaiser.
Yeah.
It's actually good that you picked Mordekaiser.
John Mordekaiser realistically up.
Bring me a real challenge.
What's peak rank? Challenger. And this season on the other scouting account, Grandmaster. Also, hello.
Show me the path.
Okay, so, dueling stance and offense-defense. Today you're going to learn the understanding of why it is important to be able to get first agency in on lanes.
Every mistake is a lesson.
I did not... Stop. Stop. Stop.
Oh.
Why did my settings not work there? Just didn't take my settings. By the way. Today you're going to learn the understanding of agency to fight through top lanes. And what I was going to say next was the idea of understanding how to fight out situations where you are playing versus people. Because the goal here was for you to understand how to open lanes when you're fighting inside for vision and control. So, Wukong, you understand how his passive works?
No, I've never played Wukong.
He gains free armor and he regenerates health per 5 per second. Why are you hitting me? Like, he regenerates health for 5 per second, and it's increased for every single time that he or his clone hit an enemy champion jungle monster with an attacker ability, stacking up to 10 times. So, yeah, this was on. So, you need to learn when you are able to take matchups. And a lot of this depends on you understanding when you are strong and when you are weak. In a lot of situations, number 1, your assumption is that people are just going to let you do whatever they want to you. And that is not so. Wukong is probably going to be something you struggle with a lot. Simply by the nature of how he functions. He is by no means simple or easy. And you are way too lenient with trying to go for ease. It's not bad that you try to go for them. But the problem is that you can't just expect that you're just going to let it happen. So the goal here is to train you on when you need to look for those. Well, the nature of the character...
Is that a good week?
Yes, but... not the point, because unfortunately this is botched by the first kill. Exit out. Same character, same thing again. I don't know why it did not let me actually move after I auto-attacked you. But, does not matter. Goal for level 1 trades is for you to learn to not rely on your summoners. That's the first thing I need you to learn. You need to learn to not rely on your summoners. Because the entire reason why you're taking exhaust is to bail yourself out of the lane. And you cannot do this. Not only because it's going to hurt you in the long run, but also because it's not going to be sustainable for you to do. Because these matchups that you're going into in top lane, unless it is something that you know you need to have exhaust for, you need to be running a different summoner. You can run teleport, you can run ignite, you can run ghost in place of your normal shit, because most of the time you're actually going to be able to beat people's asses down. It's just about you getting on top of them. But you need to run the sums that will enable you to do this. And exhaust does not enable you to do this, because you're not playing a ranged top laner. That's really the only time you need to really have exhaust. That, or you're being initiated by a Trinity. So, level 1. You need to learn to show up inside the lane brushes, and to try and check for aggressive vision. Because your level 1 is strong, you need to learn how to be able to play that level 1. And playing that level 1 is going to be knowing how to fight it without even needing to use your sums in the first place. So, try again. We are going to meet in the top brush, and we're going to try to slap it out before the waves meet.
You got it.
Okay.
The goal here is that I am trying to get early damage on you, and you are trying to get early damage on me, because having that level of damage will be able to help you actually control the lane state.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Good.
My journey's only
Good line, right?
Yes.
Minions have spawned.
Bring me a real.
Now we're about equal health. Also, that is a good start. Doran's ring is a good start versus this. So, what's the point of this aggression here? Namely, for me.
The point of this aggression, it's to gauge whether or not I'm going to chicken shit out and try to get me to waste my spells.
Yes. See, if you try to give me your exhaust early for an early level 1 kill, that's not going to help you later when I get to all in you. Same concepts as before. You're trying to get your gold, not just look to kill me. Because if you are just looking to bomb me with spells, you're not auto-attacking. While you can learn and look to auto-attack me, you also have to remember, it is about the push. And this early push matters more than anything else. Now, you need to look and aim, now that we have 2 equal abilities, to try to kill. You're doing all this while still farming the wave. Do you know why I killed you there?
Because the mimic.
No. I got a level up ahead of you. Do you know how many minions it takes for you to level in a wave? Hello, Moon.
For the first level, it's 7.
Yes. Full wave and the first melee minion.
Yeah.
So, the early trades into Wukong versus Mordekaiser are pretty shit for Wukong. But it's not a matter of me being able to do that, it's me being able to poke you and enticing you to want to take your W. You know why?
I don't know why.
Think about it.
I kind of...
What doesn't W do?
W doesn't stop you from...
W doesn't do damage.
Yeah.
W doesn't do damage. So if I know that you take W, I know you're intending to try and heal off what I can do. So my goal is to do as much damage to you early as possible and then wait for my opportunity in an opening.
Every mistake.
Show back up to the top lane here. And your goal is to continue to try and get your gold and also balance trying to go for me without using your sums. Now, what position are you in right now? Offense or defense?
Offense.
And how long does that last?
My journeys only begin.
It lasts for as long as the waves under the tower.
Yeah.
And then when those minions are gone, you're now on defense.
Bring me a real challenge. My place is at the top.
I actually should have just audited there and killed you, but I chose to let you live out. You know why you lost that trade?
Because again, the mimic.
Well, yes, the Mimic allows me to reposition, but that's not why you lost the trade.
It also does damage as well.
Yes, it does damage as well, but the answer is what you just did. Why are you using abilities in front of me before I've done anything? You're reacting as though I'm going to immediately walk up and just take this damage to your face. You're not aiming, you're just throwing it out. On top of that, the wave is pushing towards you. You're not putting any real caution into your positioning. You're pressing buttons, basically. This is going to get you killed a lot more often than it's going to get you kills. So the goal is to train yourself to stop doing that. If you're going to look for an E, and you're going to try to look to pull someone, you better be following it up. And if it doesn't connect, let it go and let the play die. You have a very bad tendency of overplaying. Because the play you'll do the play, and the play's over, and then you'll keep doing the play.
Never settle.
Also, don't buy any items.
God damn it.
Is everything good on my side? Is string buffering for anyone else? I don't know.
You told me not to buy any items after I bought an item.
It's okay, just sell it. It doesn't show any buffering on my end. If it's buffering, Moon, you can watch on the YouTube mirror.
Every mistake is a lesson.
Same concept, same rules. Come back to the lane, and you're going to try to look the kill while getting a gold.
Show me the path.
Make sure I retweeted the guy then. Retweet it again.
My journeys only begin. I got this. Been waiting for this.
Getting really antsy. Getting really antsy. That was a good attempt on a death roam. You just didn't calculate how much space it actually gives for the tower. So what happened there?
I thought I could go in for the pressure.
Mm-hmm. And then what happened?
I died.
How did you die?
You again used your abilities in the mimic.
Yes. When I ask how did you die, I want you to understand the layers of what happened, because that's the other part of today's lesson. Layers. What were the actions that led to the kill or the death?
Who questions my ability?
Same thing again. You have to notice these things while they're happening. You have to think about them. Because it's not... It's all of it goes together. It's all happening for a reason. Your opponent makes decisions and choices based on your choices, and you have to realize when they're making those choices, and how to move accordingly.
Never settle for second.
I feel like this is some like Chinese proverb about fighting without using your eyes.
More like the lesson of simplicity's strength.
My place is at the top.
Fear not the punch that's been done 1,000 times. Fear not the multiple techniques that have been done, but the single punch practiced 1,000 times. You have to hone things like this and refine it.
Put me to the test.
Why did I not know where I pointed it to?
Your E?
My Kiri.
I don't know.
Every mistake is a lesson.
It's based on your settings, bro. I need to figure out if you're actually able to get your stacks off your clone, or off my clone. I think the answer,
I am.
Begin.
pretty sure the answer is probably yes.
No.
This is a very risky decision you chose to make. Way too late. What happened there?
I'm trying not to flash, but I also want to flash.
Well, you ghosted there. What happened specifically with your choice of positioning?
You got it.
I got glitched by the clone.
Yeah.
I also got blocked by the minion.
True, but the mistake happened long before that.
I got risky. I let you hit me.
You let me hit you under tower, and then you popped your W for it to try and block the damage.
Because Wukong does crazy damage.
Yes, he does. But that also puts your W on cooldown. Why walk into the tower?
Show me the path.
Because I thought I can get a plate. But
Maybe.
I forgot I can't buy items.
I mean, the idea is fine. The problem is, I'm wondering why you're doing that in front of somebody who can chase you down.
Who questions my...
Because realistically, all I had to do there is press the ultimate button, but I knew I didn't need the ultimate. A lot of the times, the way that you play feels like you show up to lane without a real plan. Like, okay, I'm here. It's like I was just saying yesterday. You go into the lane with a okay and mindset for improv. Like, okay, I'm here, and then I'm going to use my abilities on him, and then it connected, and now I'm going to use an E on him, and that connected too, and now I'm going to walk him down and auto-attack him, and then I'm going to throw another Q, it connected, and then, but you never actually think about a direct response from that. Like, okay, I've walked up to him multiple times, and I've used his abilities on him. And I have auto-attacked him down every time he's walked up for an auto. So maybe this time he's not going to walk up to the wave anymore. And when he gets me to back off, he might not just walk directly to the minions.
My place is at the top.
I keep forgetting that your clone can also eat. Wait, that's... Oh, why is that so inconsistent?
Never settle for second.
No, you used it on me correctly. The problem is that...
No. Sometimes your clone can eat my R.
Yes. You used it on the correct target. The problem is that I just... So gotta go. I don't know how to describe that to you. It's just the case of spaghetti code right there.
Yeah.
Trust me, that's a tilter.
But instead of 5 UMCS.
Yeah, but...
My journey.
God, I need to buy an item.
You gotta resist the urge.
Show me the path.
It's hard to because Mordekaiser's biggest.
He's the biggest. Yes, he is.
It's
Yep.
not good. It's really not good.
You have to learn the discipline of being very, very meticulous with doing something. Doing a CS shove like this is smart, but you have to understand you're not just gonna get to walk up and do whatever you want. And when that doesn't happen, and by the way, you do have the ability to back at any time. When that doesn't happen, you have to think about, well, I can't kill them here, and they're not letting me kill them here, so I have to become very sneaky about how I do things. This is the other part of conditioning that I was telling you about.
Is that all they've got?
Because there's a lot of decisions you have to make here. And some of those decisions base themselves around, do I actually have the ability to go for this? Pulling the trigger on it is a smart thing to know, but you have to be careful no matter how you do it.
Adapt to all situations.
Because you have to notice what I'm doing here, okay?
Been waiting for this.
Shut down.
Unfortunate. We're good. Back out. You're starting to tone your aggression, and this is going to work for melee opponents. So now let's see how you do versus ranged opponents. Because that was because that was checkmate there. That's why I chose to flash it. There was no way that I was getting out of that kill. That was the correct choice to make.
You know, a lot of the time I use my E as a bait, and people kind of just walk into the queue.
No, I'm intentionally taking the damage there.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Because if I just walk around your damage the entire time, it's not going to be very much of a lesson for you. So now, let's deal with pseudo-ranged top laners. This one is going to probably be harder for you to understand than most.
Something out of range, or do the skill shots just have, do their abilities just have a lot of range to them?
They are people who aren't completely melee. They don't have to get into melee range in order to be able to do damage to you or affect the wave. These are the people like Yorick, for example, which is who I'm using for this drill.
It's not going to be pleasant.
No, it is not.
What's this time? Because I'm 100% sure I'm going to need it. I'm really going to need those items.
You can still build whatever starter you want.
I've become what I must.
So no mythic or
Just building starter items.
Summoner's Rift.
Because
Unfortunate.
this entire goal here is to tune up your laning. Same thing as before.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
I cling to life by the thinnest thread.
I mean, I don't know why you're allowing me to do this, but
Because I don't know your kid too well.
I am the first and last of my
Minions have spawned.
I go wherever souls are adrift.
very interesting choice. Take note of your opponent's decisions and ask yourself why they're doing those.
Because they know they can't engage just yet.
If that's what you believe the answer is.
Ours is a fate worse than death. The dead have not forgotten.
Oh god, you're setting up.
Am I?
You can give me a straight answer, Carl.
The Isles remember.
It's not. It is not my job to make you learn what the champions do.
We shall prevail. We have eternity. What's one more already?
God.
But yes, technically I am setting up.
Hurts to remember. The damned resist their fate. What I do is just. Every horrid piece.
Oh, I
Both
see
potions.
I shall perform your rites. A profane sacrament.
Good.
Our souls are a small price to
Don't know if you want to stand there.
cleanse this land. Take shape. From the ground they come.
I just need to buy one item and this whole tide can change.
Flesh torn asunder. Flesh.
One item would not change the way that matchup just went. I can tell you that right now. So, what happened?
State that was too low. I need to buy an item.
Again, layers. Specifically, what did I and did not do?
You're building up a win.
To be feared.
I did not engage until I had the ability to throw out what.
You're eating.
That's technically the answer, but I feel that you're missing something.
You're chewing.
I do not know what lies beyond.
Again, I feel like you're missing something.
Better than this.
What do you notice that is being created on the map?
So,
Well, that's technically... Well, yeah, you could technically say that's his passive, but...
got it.
One more step.
And also, what am I doing every single time I Q?
Hallowed or profane.
Backing up.
I'm healing.
Oh,
Every time I hit a Q, whether or not it creates a grave or not, I get healed. And that's called a double jump. I'll explain that in a second.
Take what you will. These are how they scream.
these don't do dick against them.
Lessened effectiveness. It also doesn't help that Yorick is a direct counter to you, but...
Searching for a
Well, it can be. It requires you to not be in the position that you were there.
Let's need one item.
So, I will go through what's happening here, and I will explain the abilities to you, because I feel like you may not know them. Shepherd of Souls is what summons the graves for every 6, 12, minus 2, which is the level counter. For every X amount based on his ability haste, for enemies that die near him based on levels. Champions and large monsters always leave the grave. Summoning Mistwalkers that have 300 health, that take 50% less damage from AoE spells and effects, and 50% less damage from monsters, and deals currently 30 damage. And I can control 4 in an area. Eulogy of the Isles. I summon the Maiden and 2 Mistwalkers on summoning. Then at level 2 it'll summon 3, and then level 4 it'll summon 4.
Neat, cool, wonderbar. What's your AP right now, Carl?
33.
Oh. More than me.
Well, I have a Dorn's Ring.
Yeah, so do I.
Last rites. Yorick's next attack deals an additional currently 139 damage and restores 26 or 52 if Yorick is underneath 50 health.
Oh, God,
If attack kills the target, it will leave a grave. When there are more than 3 graves nearby and this ability is already used, you can recast to raise Mistwalkers from all nearby graves. Dark Procession, which is just a wall. It gets an extra point of health every 3rd and then finally on 5th level. And Warning Mist. Yorick throws a globule of black mist that deals 15 current health magic damage, which is currently a minimum of 93. Slows by 30 for 2 seconds. It marks champions and monsters for a maximum of 4 seconds.
Tears of life preserve.
Naughty, naughty. Marked enemies continuously awaken nearby graves, but not exceeding the maximum of 4, and take 40% increased damage from up to 8 attacks by Mistwalkers. Yorick and his summon units gain 20% movement speed towards said mark, and Mistwalkers will leap once at marked enemies that get away from them. And Eulogy of the Isles. Maiden has currently 1159 health, and will deal 45, 50 plus an additional amount of magic damage on its normal auto attacks, and will raise Mistwalkers from nearby enemy deaths. When Yorick damages the Maiden's target, he will deal 3% max health magic damage, and this effect has a 2-second cooldown. After 10 seconds, Yorick can recast the ability to free the Maiden, which will then send her down the nearest lane.
Flesh that will soon find earth.
Now, what direct effect, just by me not doing anything, is the Maiden having on this matchup? You can't push!
Sorry, well, kind of.
No, you cannot push. Once the Maiden's out, every death that I am physically next to, or kill myself as Yorick, will summon a Mistwalker. And, over time, passively, it will create graves. Because of this, you can't just push into my tower whenever you want.
Your end is nigh.
I just need to build an item. I just need to build an item.
Fundamentals, boy. Fundamentals. You gotta get your fundamentals now. Now.
What root battling this feels like?
What?
Is this what being in a cock cage feels like?
No. Being in a cock cage is much different. And not nearly...
It's fun.
And not nearly as much as it would feel like if you were wearing a silicone one. More importantly.
It's a maddening sense of I have to fight.
Good attempt. But unfortunately, no cigar. But unfortunately, no cigar. Go ahead and back.
You mean I did that or actually back?
Yes, you can actually back. I will let you build 1 item.
It's the game. Hold on. Maybe I can reconnect.
Because I need to make it clear to you that I can promise you an item is not going to fix this situation worse. But if you feel that it will help you, so I can make the lesson better for you, I will let you build a item. And I will build 1 item. And now, your goal is going to be looking to kill me without using your sums. But you also need to push the wave while you're doing so.
This mist
Alright.
has become skin.
I need to get the one item.
One item.
What otherwise?
All things
It'd
fade.
be like a full item or like
A full,
regular?
one full item plus your starter.
Okay. So what fuck me then?
So many souls, so few
Because
bodies.
this entire goal, and all of the things with the dueling stance, and all the things with your openers, start from and come from levels. Level 1, level 2, level 3, level 6, and every level beyond. Sometimes level 11 for some people's cases, especially if you're facing Gales.
For one day I will not.
You could have tried to build a full item with your gold. You should have had enough.
No, I didn't. I only had 2,700.
There's items you could have built. You didn't have to try to build a mythic. In fact, I'm looking at least three items that you could have built with 2,700.
It's with you.
Okay.
What's one more grave? You decay and do not know
Take him out.
it. They once called these times undying.
Gotta remember the rules. I already talked to the rules. Now you have to internalize them. Offense, offense, defense. Offense, defense. Now, if you feel that you'll be able to do it with a full, complete mythic, go ahead. Are you beginning to understand the reason why the dueling stance is so important?
Yeah.
Because versus melees, you're not going to have much of a time struggling. They'll have to play on the back foot against you and play reaction defense on your choices. Versus pseudo top laners, because this is just Yorick. There's a couple of people I can pull out of here, and I don't even think I have access to Teemo with this account, but it wouldn't matter if I did. Any ranged person, or any pseudo-ranged person, is going to play like this versus you, especially things like Kennen. Ooh, energy users are going to tear your ass the fuck up.
One can stare into the grave too long.
Concept's still the same. You're looking to try to kill me.
The dead shall forget me.
Why I use exhaust?
Can't use sums.
Gotta get my finger off the flash.
An unholy mark upon him. As the mist will take me.
They gain more HP because of Bullbreaker.
Well, that's not the only thing I'm gaining.
So I've said the minions.
Well, yes, the minions.
No matter how you cry.
Really, you have to be more worried about the stats that I'm gaining from it. Interesting play. You take note of what's happening when you try to go for things like that.
Beyond is waiting. Strive to
Because remember, both of us effectively have eternal healing. You have now the time to take note of the surroundings and what's happening with your decision making.
You're passively pushing.
That's one effect of the ghouls. That's actually one of the greater weaknesses of Yorick. Once the maiden is out, he cannot help but push the wave back, and he can never be able to freeze it unless he has a very, very big wave he's holding. And even then, it's not truly frozen. It's just slowly pushed. What else am I doing while you're pushing?
Behind turret, so I can't attack you.
That's one example of an answer. But no.
You're also throwing E at me.
Yes. When am I throwing E at you? And why am I choosing?
When you have at least 4 graves.
4 or more, or excuse me, 3 or more. Why do you think that is?
That way you can get max damage out on me.
I wouldn't say max damage. Interesting choice on the ultimate.
I thought I could push you. I'm stuck in the stalemate.
It's not a stalemate. I can promise you it's not a stalemate.
Oh, you got it.
Increase movement speed towards the target.
Yeah, God. This is just not pleasant.
No, it's not. Some people could compare it to a cock cage, but I wouldn't say it's a cock cage. So, layering and decision making. Yorick is not so much a setup champion as he is a chase down champion. However, he suffers from the same critical failure weakness as Alawi. He is not anything without ghouls and or maiden until he has items. However, once he has either 3 or more minions in terms of ghouls, or can summon the maiden to assist him so he can generate ghouls from his wave, he is not going to be able to do anything except for be patiently waiting for an opportunity. And when that opportunity shows itself, using the minions to slowly poke you down, because that dust is doing maximum current health damage. And even though in most matchups I would like to choose to go for a W max so that it makes them take more time with auto attacks to get out of the turret, because, you know, the wall only has 2 fucking health and doesn't get its maximum health of 4 until max rank. So only maxing up is currently doing 175 magic damage to you. In mixture with my physical damage, the ghoul physical damage, and eventually the maiden's magic damage. On top of that, the passive mark damage goes from 3% to 6 to 9.
Ricardo, did you loot the game?
No, I did not.
Oh.
It's called. In these matchups, where you're not getting pressured by melees, but by pseudo ranges, your playstyle crumples like paper mache because you're not patient enough. Now, I'm positioning myself at my turret, not so that I can't be hit, but so you can't touch my maiden. When I throw the maiden, allow this to hit you and pay attention. Oh, stop. Allow this to hit you and pay attention. Stand far away from the wave so that the ghouls aren't tracking you. When you get hit by the dust, now run. The maiden is going to track you, and so are the ghouls. And they will hop once. What I did earlier to you, when I threw the dust at you, waited for the minions to jump once, and then summoned the ghouls with the maiden, and did it again, it's called a double jump. And I can only do it when the maiden has been killed. What it does is it is going to allow me to effectively try to get with 3 or 4. When it's 4, it's not going to work as well, but when it's 3, it does. Get double jump. So the name of the technique. I named it myself today after practicing it. It will get the minions to jump on you. Because 3 minions will jump, and then it will de-summon those ghouls, and then the next ghouls that I summon behind it, with the maiden, are going to jump at you again. And remember the wording of Warding Mist. You take 40 increased damage from up to 8 attacks by the Mistwalkers. And the Mistwalkers are currently attacking with what is 88 plus 25% of my attack damage.
The ruined king's ally.
The reason I
What
told...
you're telling me is I'm just not going to be having fun.
No. Because I never actually have to interact with your champion in order to do my damage. I just need access to the wave. So, when you push constantly into me, you're just giving me the resource to kill you. Because in most cases, melee champions want to fight you either off or on the wave, but not with the wave under the tower. Because this just gives you the freedom to be able to walk up. And at that point, you'd like to pressure using your ultimate to try to kill them. Like pushing constantly into somebody like this, because the same exact technique is what I would use on any ranged top laner, is going to put you in a position of weakness. Because you're walking up to a wave where there's ghouls. And those ghouls will walk at you even if I don't use dust. And then when I use dust, they're going to come flying in from distance. So, realistically, what's actually stopping you from fighting me? Is it me? Is it the ghouls?
It's the fact you kind of have just the giant fucking wall.
Well, no. It's the maiden. The maiden is the one that's summoning the minions when things die around me. So, if you're going to make a decision, you now have to ask yourself a question. Every single time that I have maiden potentially available or maiden is on the field. What is more important? Is it damage on me? Is it pushing in constantly? Or do you want to sack some health to try to make a chance to attack the maiden? Because remember, I can't physically control the maiden. It's not like Tibbers. I don't have the ability to attack, action, rally. I can't move her around. She and the minions decide what they want to do. And if I get close enough to the wave, I lose the minion to the wave. So, in this matchup, you can push in or try to deny CS. But it doesn't mean I'm going to lose anything once that maiden's out. So now you have to ask yourself, what's more important?
I'm dead.
You're not dead yet.
No, I am. Because I can't seem to hit one single.
Can't seem to hit one single E?
No, I can't seem to hit one single fucking. I couldn't, for some reason, it wouldn't let me auto one of your minions.
Did you accidentally have a toggle enemy champions only? It's a red crystal that shows up on your cursor.
No.
By the way, you can drop the game now. Now we're going to deal with a pure lane bully. Same concept. And this is why I'm going to really lay the pressure in on you. Sheesh. Also, my runes have been taking health, not the magic resist. So, that's another factor for you to remember.
Some just need a little.
Now, your goal here isn't so much to kill me, but it's to survive the laning phase. And same thing again. Starting item.
Okay. I figured.
Gwen.
Yeah. I figured you would choose an ADC and take him top.
It doesn't have to be a Slayer class, but it can be anything that is going to be doing more damage at a distance. It can be a mage, it can be a spell slinger, it can be a spell weaver, it can be an enchanter. Just somebody with ranged auto attacks.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Everyone I shoot is her captor. Everyone I save is her.
Lucian, quite the journey we had. Are you still a good shot?
I try to remember the way she was. Maybe it's best.
Minions have spawned.
What are we talking about? Back. No sumps. Yes, it is okay for you to try and chase it out there, but remember, the goal is to try to survive the laning phase. What does chasing me down there actually do for you? Because I'll just back, and either if I have to give the kill or die, I'm going to go right back to the wave, and it's not going to stop the pressure that comes. Diligence. Diligence, young Padawan. Diligence!
So, that was Padawan shit.
Lord. Lord. Because now both of us have missed our first minion experience. However, Gwen is a good choice for you to take here. Because Gwen is actually going to help you in some situations like this. But not by a lot. You know why?
W.
No.
Dash.
Yeah. I can just cue the wave. And hit you at the same time. Remember now, I got a dash too.
Back connected.
Yes. Sniggity! So it's the same problem that you have with Mordecai is the same problem you have with Gwen. Or at least, you're starting to develop the habit that everyone has. Dashing at your opponent randomly because of the fact that you have the ability to dash level 1. In most matchups, there's a justified idea where... Jesus fucking Christ. Where a Lucian is going to take his dash. Most of the time he's going to start level 1 Q. Then, level 2, he's going to get his jump. Then, level 3, he's going to get his W. Some paces can justify piercing light twice if they're in bottom lane, but most of the time they're going to get ardent blaze. And that is magic damage.
How do you kill what's already dead? Without the
interesting W.
No. That should have reset it after I walked out of it. That should have reset it after I walked out of it.
Yes.
So why didn't it?
Why it should have reset? You mean your W?
Yeah.
Something seems too good to be true.
In any case, I would have walked up there. And he'll roll back right to the top. Same thing again. Because the same thing, the same level of potential that you're getting here from dashing in and attacking is not going to be as useful as you'd like it to be versus a proper lane bully. Because that Q of yours hits in an arc. And you only get your true damage if I'm standing in the middle of it. Which means you have to be aggressive when you are choosing to do this. You have to dash in aggressively. You have to distance yourself aggressively.
Which is why I want to resolve.
The other thing that it does is tell me that you don't have the ability to counterattack.
What is the frames on your Q?
What are the frames?
Oh, this is not gonna be fun.
Was that your question? What was the frames?
Yeah.
It's pretty far line.
It's a hell of a thing.
Yeah, but it wasn't even on the line and it still hit me.
Aiming at you.
I need to stop canceling autos.
Doesn't Lucian go plus off of canceling autos?
I don't do warning.
Doesn't Lucian go plus off of canceling autos?
No. You're thinking of action.
Yeah, I thought.
No. Lucian doesn't get anything special with his autos except for his light slinger. And he fires 2 shots after using the ability.
Bravest thing I have
That's the only thing I get.
is
And when I'm empowered by another ally, my pistols overcharge and will do additional magic damage on hit, which it's very indescriptive what that actually really means. But realistically, it means when he gets helped by an enchanter. It's what I entitle it to think, because it would have to be an empowerment of some kind. No canceling autos.
some call it magic. I call it lightning.
Did I angle myself correctly for that one?
And you'll never know. Here comes target practice.
You do a shit ton of damage.
All I have to roll is raid.
Ashes and dust. You can cleanse anything if you have the right ammunition.
Ace.
You shouldn't have dashed. And I hit you with the tip of the Ardent Blaze there.
Yeah.
That ability is much bigger than you think it is. Basically, think of it the same way you would think of a Karma Cube, right?
That I don't know what it does.
It fires a shot that explodes at the end of the range or on the first enemy hit inside of a star pattern. So basically, allies triggering this effect will also grant you some vigilance. Let me see. They changed it so that he gets this additional vigilance passive off of Ardent Blaze. That's interesting. But look at the actual range on the W. I'm going to fire this at long range, and I'm going to try and hit that caster minion that's low. That's the actual range of it. That's a very big range for me to throw that at. And I actually mistimed it a little bit, so it was off by like 2 pixels. So I'll show it again. That is the actual range of that ability. And I hit you with the very start tip. I hope you don't think that I'm Oom. Because remember what I took for... Well, actually, you wouldn't see it on theirs. I took Presence of Mind.
So,
I'm not out of Oom. I'm just not hitting you yet. Out of Oom. Out of Oom, Carl. I have to assume that you backed because you're not in the first 2 brushes. Or I missed.
I backed just before that, but just before you just like as you cast it.
Alright. Do you think you're going to improve if I let you buy a single item?
What?
Do you think you'll improve if I allow you to buy a single item? Yes or no?
I'm starting to realize like a really bad pattern with the champions I pick, and the fact that they have really low APs. They have really low base AP when most of their abilities scale with AP.
You have to build certain kinds of things to pair with them, is the problem. And sometimes you tend to value some very other things. Go ahead and go back and go buy yourself an item with the gold that you have right now.
I only have 2370.
True, you wouldn't be able to build a full thing. So get enough gold so you can buy an item.
But in case you haven't noticed, I'm not good with CSing as Gwen. Not yet, at least.
Truth time, you're not very good at CSing, period. And that's also a problem.
Ow.
You can't be playing these champions like Mordekaiser and Gwen without being able to get your farm. And even then, if that's one of the problems, then you'll probably want to take up Futures Market.
Let's Futures Market.
Futures Market is an item, is a skill for runes inside of the inspiration tree that allows you to go into debt so that you can be able to afford items sooner.
Oh, right, that one.
Go ahead and back and buy yourself an item. And I'm going to try to bully you in lane, and you're going to stop me. In fact, to make it even sweeter, I'm going to let you buy one item in boots. Basic boots.
Don't even have enough for that.
How are you supposed to greet you?
Okay. I'll just nix the boots then.
Comes back.
Buy an item with the golds you have available, and then back. Or then come back to the lane.
Turret plating will soon fall.
You're going to have to buy an item at some point.
I want to buy.
There's a bunch of items that you could be able to buy for the gold that you should have available to you right now. In fact, I'm looking at specifically 4 of them. Unless what you're trying to do is you're trying to afford a mythic off rip.
No, not enough. I mean, at 3K. That's just what I needed. 3K.
Like, even for 3,000 gold, there was literally 2 items that you could have purchased.
No, I needed to wait till I was at 3K.
You had to wait till you had exactly 3,000 gold.
Yeah.
Okay. It must be Nash's tooth then.
Yeah.
It's not the rate found. People never really change. I need to believe that.
Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
I mean, that's a decision, but you do realize at that point you're not winning that trade.
Yeah.
So,
And
what are you noticing that you have to work on?
knowing when to engage, guessing literally everything about this.
Yeah, that's about a good answer, but to simplify, you need to know when you're strong and know when you're weak. Are you, after you use your Shroud to dodge the culling, are you weak or are you strong?
I would say weak.
Right, because you're missing one of your main abilities to be able to close distance or protect yourself. So immediately re-engaging at that health pool is not going to allow you to be able to win. And no matter what I choose to do, I don't have to physically attack you if I don't want to.
Pretty big health pool, you just do shit tons of damage.
Yes.
And you won't let me use my summoner spells.
I can tell you right now, the Summoners is not part of it. I mean, standing there is a choice. It's a choice. I wouldn't say it was the choice.
When I kill him, they stay.
Ooh.
I got pixeled out by minions.
I could see you for the entire time, by the way.
I forgot you have a ward thing.
Mm-hmm. This is the importance of why today's lesson is fundamentals. You are lacking the necessary fundamentals to be able to fight effectively in top lane, and you're making gambles based on the fact that the enemy is going to be stupid enough to fall for some things. That does not mean that you are stupid. It does not mean that your play is stupid. It's just that you're trying to expect them to fall for things that at least a seasoned player should never fall for.
Whatever's in the
Okay.
this.
Even seasoned. I feel like I have to say that. Like,
Say again?
I'm like bronze, bro. Like,
I can't hear you. Say again, please.
I'm like bronze.
I understand. This is the thing, though. This is basic shit. To get above this, we have to break you out of the mentality that is holding you back. So far, the three things in this lesson that I have noted is that you say, if I could just build an item, if I could just use my sums, if I could just blank. A lot of this fundamental thing falls back on understanding when you can pull the trigger and when you cannot. That's what today's lesson is. It's not to bully you or put you on the spot. You have to understand that.
I know, but it's just there are ways to turn the tide in a battle, and sometimes items are one of them.
Yes, and that is smart too, because you don't always have to just ram your face into things. You can back to buy items versus this, but I wanted to put in this lesson to demonstrate exactly how much of your tactics rely on it. You can back out of the game now, because we're going to send you into live games.
Okay.
So now,
Chicken?
Last night?
What did you have?
Carlton.
Excuse you? Am
hello, Chris's
yeah.
mother.
You could fool me.
It's like, alright, let me know.
You was.
I think Let me explain what happened if I called you. You would have said, no, Chris, it's fine. I would have gotten something outside.
Ew.
Yeah, sure. Meatloaf doesn't sound bad. Ew, I don't like the debonair skins.
Everything okay?
Nah, Meatloaf I'm talking.
Okay. I want you to get you in trouble with your parents.
Yeah, Meatloaf doesn't sound bad.
Alright, so. We're going to go into live games.
I hate it work today. Let's see. Today. What? Yeah. We was today was one of those days where we didn't have a manager. We had a lot of work. We were understaffed, and they sent us to do everything. Thank the Lord Anne Marie wasn't there, because it's hard for me to hold back cursing that lady out.
Three.
Did you go to physical therapy today?
No, I didn't have to go to physical therapy.
Oh, did you go to your doctor?
Yeah.
So?
They gave me some pills, vitamin D and something acid.
What?
Sleep.
You're not going to be sick.
Not sedatives. It's something acid. Hold on, where is it? She asked if she wanted me to take sedatives. I said, hell no. This is
Name it.
folic acid.
Oh, folic acid. Yeah, they help you sleep. That's for your blood, too. You got low blood?
I got low folic acid.
Yeah. Yeah. Low folic. So, oh, Crystal and Christian said hi.
Oh, cool. Then next week I have to get more blood work done
Why?
because of that low folic.
So that
For his own privacy, I'm going to start meeting that. And just wait for him to be done. Oh, good?
Kristen, you're touching this computer. Please, throw one in the top and throw this top. Please. You have to be a lot, please.
It's my computer.
I know, but it collects dust, and who knows if that shit got dust in it. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Also, hello, chat. How are we doing today? While we patiently wait for our client to be able to work out the conversation he has with his parent. Everybody feeling okay today? That's just how I talk.
Yeah. You didn't say that, Mom. You didn't say anything.
Alright, so I'm going to try to be either your mid laner or your jungler. Your goal here, you're going to want to put your second position on jungle, so in case that you end up getting jungle, I can be able to swap with you so that you can be able to get top, and we can be able to try to rotate around mid or whatever.
Okay.
But I'm going to try to be your mid laner or your jungler, and we're going to try to play 2 to 3 matches to see if you have taken today's lesson to heart.
My phone was charging. Repeat that, Carl?
Say again?
This lady saying she going to program tomorrow. If she go to program, I'm not going.
Let's Carl, repeat the objectives.
We're going to try to play 2 to 3 games. I'm going to try to be either your jungler or your mid laner, and your job is to play out your top lane and make sure that you have taken today's lesson to heart so you can begin to incorporate it along with everything else that I'm going to be teaching you.
Okay.
First, it's going to feel hard for you to do this, but it is going to be important for you to do this. Just for the same reason I told you yesterday. You have to think about doing these things when I'm not in your ear. Because I can't always be in your ear to help you. No coach can. Because when I am no longer with you, you're going to have to know what to do, how to do it, when to do it, and the reasons why you're going to be able to do so. Sometimes it's not going to be as easy as many other situations. And every situation you choose to play in a game is going to be a new opportunity for you to be able to play differently. And potentially try to win off of what you're going to be facing. So if today's lesson is that... I don't know why that guy did not select anything. That's weird. So if today's lesson is getting you to understand fundamentals, then the goal for you, on top of learning offense and defense and the dueling stance, is to know when you need to fold your hand, the saying as it goes. You need to learn when to fold your hand and when to play passively, and when you can become aggressive in the lane to be able to pinch out your kills, along with map awareness. I didn't even double check to ask you, but I'm pretty sure, were you on lock screen during that entire session?
Yes.
You have to get off lock screen.
Do I?
Yes. Because you have to start training yourself to be able to look around. The other reason...
I might as well get some practice with winning.
Yes. The other reason why is because in these situations that you're going to be playing on the map as a top laner, especially considering that you are a top laner, there will be times where it will be probably optimal for you to drop the exhaust like we were training you to do and be able to take teleport. Because, I don't know if you know, but in the new patch that they're bringing, they're going to make it so that teleport can only be used on towers until 14 minutes. And then it becomes awakened teleport. So it's going to become even more important for you to watch the map and the situations you can get yourself into. Because
I should pick up TP now.
Well, you can take whatever sum you want. This is based on your lane, and more than likely, you're facing a Jax.
Will you prove worthy?
So, you're basically playing, technically, a pseudo melee, pseudo range setup. But it could also be Yasuo. We don't know yet. So no matter what it is you choose to take, and this is a very weird team because they decided to pick a Volibear mid. That man must have a death wish. I don't know. But in this matchup, your goal is to try and stomp your lane. Because Jax is just going to get stronger and harder the more levels that go on. Levels 1, level 2, level 3. And then level 6. You have to win against it.
Okay. On days we don't have like practice or whatnot, just like let me get like some practice in not using lock screen because it's very jarring.
I have to work on a video that I need to get out before the 20th, or try to get out before Christmas. So, what is today? Today's Thursday. By Wednesday, I want you to try to get some practice in. And then I will reconvene with you after today's lesson on that Wednesday, and we will see how you improve.
Which Wednesday?
Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday. Okay, are you going to be busy or?
Throughout until next Wednesday, yes, I have a lot of editing to do.
Okay.
I have things to work on.
To Summoner's Rift.
Okay. Well, tomorrow I'll off work and I'll have some importance to take care of.
I am no toy, Kane.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
What's Kane doing?
This place.
What am I doing?
I said, oh right, I keep forgetting you're my cowboy. You need to come with or no?
No. This is a limit test for me.
Minions have spawned.
What will be the final lesson? I have mastered every weapon of war. No prattling tool will prove an exception.
Sir, can you please stun? He did not stun.
An enemy has been slain.
Job.
Yeah, it's something about respecting the ranges, right?
Mm-hmm. I saw how you were able to dodge that first E he did. That was good.
I dodged both of them.
Good.
He wasted a flash.
Good job. That's extremely good for you.
That is my honor.
Really like bottom to check blue before I go over there, but I guess they're not going to do it.
Okay, let's give him some stacks, right?
Say again?
Let's give some passive damage, right?
Embrace the shadow.
He gets passive auto attacks when he hits you. He doesn't get passive damage until he hits his ultimate, which is at 6. Also, you die here.
Here we go.
Yes.
I have mastered every weapon of war. No tool will prove an exception.
An enemy has been slain.
Didn't check my blue, so he just took it in front of them.
Has been slain.
I have chosen you. You will serve me.
You have to take the volley.
I shouldn't have had to protect volley there, because he should have been able to see the game coming from him, but he didn't fucking move.
I am the
An
weapon.
ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
I can't pressure him right now. You took the call in here, Bob.
What does Rost mean?
No, he's playing safe. I should probably play smarter.
No, you need to bait him.
For those who can.
You need to bait him to jump. Fight. Did you not notice I was here?
No.
An enemy has been slain.
Good job.
Just take a plate. Just take a plate.
Yes, that's what we do here. Now you run away.
Their screams will echo in this place.
You doing good so far?
Okay.
A match made in shadow.
An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Bottom's not very good. Not very wise either. How does she have the ability to do all of this and them not have power to react? Doesn't make much sense to me. I did not mean to smite that one.
What's the cooldown on this jump?
Say again?
He's trying to get it.
What does Rost mean?
He's using the stun as a defensive option.
Mm-hmm.
No problem, ma. Just throw my phone on the bed.
You had more than that. You're so liar. You had more than that. Look, you had more than that. What else did you have?
Calamari.
You thought. You got all this shit.
You're probably going to want to get out of that.
Fear this. Who should I obey?
Good job.
Before the fawn implement with delusion.
Remember what happens after you do a kill. Who's next? Who can come kill you right now?
The jungler.
So you should be backing up to space for it.
Neither time nor violence.
You want me to come too?
I would like it if somebody rotates this.
Slain an enemy.
Yeah, it's just coming.
Rage is in your
I know.
If not,
Let it loose.
no, he's not. Wow, he didn't even rotate.
An
Okay.
ally has been
Nobody
slain.
rotated.
An enemy
I mean, I
has been
tried.
slain.
I know, but you were far away. You reset.
Yeah.
So now,
Should we take it?
yes. Keep your eye on where he is. Because in your case, you're going to have to look through the mini-map. All he wants to do is push for plates. Why? Why?
Not question me or my motives.
Chris, why? Walk me through your thought process. Why would you take the Herald from the jungler?
I am the weapon. You.
Soon Jordan getting something.
No! Herald goes to the person who starts it or to the jungler. In this case, I needed to send that down mid lane so I can push with him. Now I need to go prioritize your lane so we can push into your tower.
Oh.
Did you start the objective? Why would you take the objective from your jungler? Why not communicate, hey, I would like to have this. I need to use this for empowered backs. You also don't need to stand there. I'm coming in to save you.
Has destroyed a turret.
Now since you took the thing, drop the Herald.
Before the fawn implement with delusions.
You know what I'm saying? You're playing a little bit too mindless, my guy. You can't be like this, big fella.
Has destroyed a turret.
This is really talent I have.
You just walk that in, make sure it slams. Now we back. That's his teleporting.
Such foolishness leads to your imprisonment.
Okay. But hey, Volabear's kind of fed.
Yes, he is. I kept him alive, or tried to keep him alive, and also make sure that the jungler didn't get ahead off of killing him. So he's very big now.
Also, I am very glad I chose Gwen into this matchup.
Well, Gwen should be strong into Jax anyways, because he's really going to be more prepared for your attack damage than he is magic damage, and also that guy's very bad.
Yeah, I'm kind of 5-1 right now.
But there's still so much to kill.
The problem with this is
Coin
that,
box and coin box.
yes, going bot would be a thing that you could do here because you're ahead, but you have to prioritize your items first.
I have 50 in like. I have 50 cents in like one of my pockets.
On what?
Will take some getting used.
No, not you, Carl.
Did you
Yes.
I am literally right here. Stop, sir. You're not gonna die that quickly unless you're being fucking up that bad.
Shut down.
My fucking god.
Turret plating
I did
falls.
that way too late.
The shadows have a new master.
They even try.
Shut down.
Where's the black shield?
Are we winning? Yeah, we're winning.
Players can be like this sometimes. They're playing like floppy fishes and they're pinging me, hey, I need a gank, I need a gank. But when I show up for the gank, they're not physically trying to make the gank possible. They're screaming, I need help, and then I show up, it's like, hey, bruh, you know, you kind of have to set it up to me, sir. You know, I'm scared. They're strong. And I'm dealing with a Vayne and a fucking Morgana. These two should have already ran this lane over 5 times by now. But for some reason, we're scared of them.
Guess I was a bad influence after all.
It's a bit tilting. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially when I show up and it's like, we decided instead of actually making the play possible, we're just going to make it extremely hard for you to catch up to this player. And now we're going to have to run them down. Aggressively. I don't know, just survive. Just stay alive, I'm on my way. The fact that they're showing and they haven't given up the play means that they just want to kill. So when the kill doesn't happen and they start getting outplayed, this is your time to shine.
An enemy has been slain.
See?
Double kill.
If they just run at you in a straight line, just back up.
Actually, sound logic.
What are they gonna do? Run at you faster? Because you're a melee and he's a melee. And he's 7, well, technically 9 and 2. He can do whatever the hell he wants. And then once he's done doing whatever the hell he wants, he's going to continue doing whatever the hell he wants. They don't get to stand there. Same shit I've told you before. There's no justification and there's no reasoning for why they would be fighting that versus you. Because it's not going to work.
Why is it chosen by Divine Sundering?
Because they need to get to a tank. That's a tank.
Yeah.
Ally has been slain.
I'm changing.
Enemy double kill.
Bot's still fucking up.
Should I defend bot?
Yes, you are 6 and 3. Do you think you should take your advantage and push it on the map?
Yes.
Straight line.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Path's behind.
Right here?
Yes.
Oh shit.
That was very poor.
Enemy double kill.
You should be expecting them there. You have a ward? Yes, you do, because I can see how many wards you've placed.
Has been destroyed.
Ward this brush, and then make sure you can see them, so they're not walking into us here.
An ally.
Because now we're going to lose the dragon again. There was no reason for us to die there with you being this big.
Except I got targeted by all three of them.
Yes, but we should have been able to see them in that brush. Instincts. Player instincts are not coming through. And also these players are very bad. There's that too, but that's not an excuse for you to fuck that up there.
I probably should put PP. Oh my god, why is top? Yep, I let top go for too long.
No, that's just a Jax. That's what he does.
So he waits till I forget that he exists and then just takes my shit?
Yes. It's not that they're hard to take care of, it's just that you have to balance all these things.
I should buy a sweeper soon.
Yes. Sweeper, alteration site, something. All this aggressive vision.
My minions just took a bullet from me.
Are you sure you want to be standing there forever?
No.
You already did your job to push the wave in.
I tried flashing, but
If you're gonna die in a situation like that, it's better for you to hold your thumbs.
rotate.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
It's a Drake. Or no?
Drake's not up yet. I'm pinging that it'll be up.
Which to weak first?
Jack's just trying to split push. He's building Bork. Oh god, he's building Bork.
That's normal.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Also, I'm being CC'd forever, and these people are not doing anything at all. This is the reason why I tell you you should not be overstaying things. This is called... No! It did not!
Doc does... He does way too much damage for my liking.
An ally has been slain.
Jax does way too much damage for my liking.
Good thing I'm immortal.
Then build some.
That weapon was so
Here's a very simple misconception this player's making. He believes that because he's playing mid, that means he has to build full damage with no actual defensive items. Very poor mistake.
Then it's rotate Kyla, but I didn't
Okay.
You have slain an enemy. You have slain an enemy.
He's gonna take my turn. Should I should take
Bane's
stopwatch.
already going. Our focus is to block their soul. Bane's already there.
Rampage.
Seeker or stopwatch? Seeker or stopwatch? Seeker.
It depends. Which one do you think you need more? Do you need the
Armor.
armor or do you need the item effect?
Destroyed an inhibitor.
I need the armor.
You say?
Who I'm murdering. Bring on the weak and the strong.
Bane already has this push secured, so unless you're going up there to try and kill him, the best place you should be is bottom, so that you can push this out.
Bring on the weak and the strong. All will die.
You're gonna want to group with the team.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Double kill.
Good.
Then,
I'm gonna help you.
you call customer service about the right.
Triple kill.
So like,
I survived eternity. They will die today. And the next.
Damn it, fuck. Where do you go? Oh, thank you. Oh, that was. That was a bit of. That was a rush of adrenaline.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
No, but my heart was pumping for a second.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
So we building pressure, right?
Yes. That's what I just did.
Okay.
Survived eternity. They will die today. And the next.
Taking the resources.
Wasted this flesh. Rust will not.
The turtling. You go to Baron.
I think Yasuo's trying to rush his way towards me.
No, he's just trying to kill the wave.
Okay. I
Make
took
sure that
the-
you're warding while you're going behind yourself.
Go make some
I don't know why Volibear decides he's too good to go to the Baron.
He's probably serving as a distraction.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Aced.
Not exactly much of a risk of it being stolen.
You got the number?
Victory!
no, you can go call some customer service. Don't you do when you get time, not when you're playing the game, Chris? You know, use the phone. Thank you. You good?
Yeah. That was just. Alright, I got it plus, but I feel like there was a lot of room for improvement there. Yeah, there was definitely room for improvement. I was too passive with Jax.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Not nearly aggressive enough as you could have been on the map. It's good that you recognize it.
Let's see. I could have done better. I could dodge his E, but when he got the leap, that's when everything started falling apart.
Were you dashing before he leaped at you?
No.
Okay, so he can never be able to punish you then. It's the same concept if you were dashing him.
But the thing is, if he's leap and then he executes it, then there's nothing I can do.
Yes, so you keep your distance. The only time he's going to be able to risk going for it is either if he's able to do it out of vision, which is where you ward, or if he is doing it because you're getting ganked, which really didn't happen because they never ganked your lane, because I was too busy gutting his waves. He was an over-aggressive player, so he got punished for his gameplay, the same way that that was a very poorly farming jungler, so she got punished for not having people defend her camps, and also punished because I kept taking her shit on cooldown. It started to fall apart in the mid game because bottom lane didn't want to do anything, and they didn't want to make plays, and they certainly didn't want to assist with making plays, so the goal there was for you to now take advantage of how they're choosing to play the map. You know you already stopped top, so now you need to take that advantage from the top lane to the rest of the map. The closest lane immediately next to you is going to be the jungle, and then mid.
My thing was I stopped top for a few seconds, then I left him alone for too long, and that's just what happens.
Yes, that's just what happens. You have to be able to do something while you're rotating, yes. That's the risk. You help the team, the risk of giving him the ability to come back, and because of the comeback mechanics, him getting objective gold can be the most obnoxious thing there.
Okay, let's see who I kill.
But the thing you have to remember is that it's just gonna happen anyways. He is a split pusher. That is his job. If you let him take your towers, he will take your towers.
No, I don't let it ever see trying to mirror my games.
I'm almost out of moonshine, chat. I'm sad.
That sounds like a predicament.
I don't particularly like the flavor of white lightning, but Firefly Moonshine gets me through the days.
Like at the same time as this is happening, I'm watching like Pokemon challenges.
Will you prove worthy?
Complete a Nuzlocke for what's it called? Brilliant Diamond. Fucking god, his Crobat's terrifying.
Pike, Warwick, Tristana. There's a world where that Warwick could be facing you, but you have to figure out what the bottom two picks are.
No, next is gonna be top laner.
We don't always know. The pick order does not decide who gets what.
No, the ban order. If you look at the paper, then you can take that as smart. You can take an educated guess. Yep, Heimerdinger.
Possibly. We have no idea until we are able to see the sums, but I'm gonna go ahead and say that you're right.
Yeah.
Because realistically, Caitlyn, Yone, Yorick, LeBlanc is anti-dive, anti-dive, anti-siege, anti-siege. Those are just strong picks right now. That's an S+, that's an S, that's an S+, well technically an overpower, an OP, and then an S+. Those are highly picked beginner champions that get picked a lot because of the range, or the damage, or the, fuck me, I can't do anything here, my balls are in a fucking vice.
Alright, so let's see.
So that is a Warwick jungle.
Mastery, oh god, Mastery 5 Digger.
The likelihood of me invading his camps. High low, high low, high low, high low, high low.
Shall we go with the team?
Well, it depends on if the team actually moves. Last time the team didn't move because they decided they were just going to sit there at the blue, which means they were defending my shit, so I was able to walk into his. Here, I ping out what I want to go invade, because I want to invade the side where I don't expect him to be getting the best leash. And if he is on blue side, he's going to want to go to his red. So I'm going to go to his blue, and I'm going to take a shit. Your goal Hmm?
Honestly speaking, I just don't like the idea of fighting Heimerdinger.
Well, it's not so much that you're fighting Heimerdinger, you're stealing farm. Your job is to survive the bully lane. That's all you need to do. So you have to build accordingly and play accordingly. You can kill him, but turret. Realistically, that's it. Turret. You have to keep your health high, and you have to be able to wait for either an opportunity or wait for a gank. Because he can't outplay everything.
That W is going to be annoying to deal with.
It's cute you gotta worry about. Him poking you is just a side effect of the lane pushing.
Yeah. Stun bombs are also hell. But when I get the feeling that this is someone who doesn't play League. No, this is someone who plays League because Master 5. I'm fucking stupid. Forgive me for my mental intake. Thank you.
Thank you for that.
Just like that, our team are a bunch of idiots.
Because they decided they're gonna do something different.
Yeah, I mean, they did the payment that remote, which makes me think we're playing with absolute brains.
30 seconds until minions
It just happens. Right now we're playing normal games. Next week, we're gonna be playing ranked, and I'm gonna be in your ear.
I am the weapon.
you have slain an enemy. Minions have spawned.
Are they all as confident as you?
There is no one like me.
Space for that, do I?
You do have to stay for this. Because he knows I'm here.
Right, alright.
Now, if only the team had stayed with me, we would have actually pinched that kill on him. And I'd have him a goal.
We did get the kill on him.
No, we did not. We did. We did. Never mind. I didn't see him die.
Yeah, Samara got it.
Ally has been slain.
Their screams will echo in this place.
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, he actually knows what he's doing.
Well, it's not hard to learn how to be a Heimerdinger. Also, you cannot be in the range of his turrets without having immediately killed them.
Manage to embrace the shadows.
Otherwise, you're trolling.
That's the thing, he spawns them on top of me. So I think I have to place here.
This is the part I play best. The anticipation. Now, it's the killing.
Remember, the goal is to get farmed, not to kill him. The health is way too low if you're trying to keep yourself alive under tower.
There is much darkness around you. In you.
That is my armor.
I have to reset.
You are not worthy of the power you hold.
An ally has been slain.
Fucking get out of here. I hate Heimer.
Team's not paying attention.
Ally has been slain.
Yeah.
Has slain an enemy.
I should have chosen Mordekaiser. What was I thinking?
Yes, I am no toy, kid.
You possess the hubris of
Good choice.
Tumbling way too much.
Not nightmares.
You need to keep your health high in order for this play to work. Because the goal of this gank is to try and get him sums. Right now he just went to ward. But you need to try to get your level 5 as soon as you possibly can.
What will be the final?
I want to be here sooner than later because there's
I'm coming to you as fast as I possibly can. Y'all going to die in the next 10 seconds. Run up to him. Run up to him. Almost didn't work. Another reason for not having luck screen. And there's that ward I was talking about. Warwick, meet me in the jungle here. Bottom side.
Spot's good? Yes or no?
Yes. That is exactly where I wanted you to ward the last time I told you to ward that.
Yeah.
That is exactly where that ward needs to be every time. You can see the grump, you can see the blue. This tells you whether or not he's doing his camps.
Oh my fucking god, why do they auto-target me? Watch out.
An enemy has been slain.
If he just leave you alone,
No. I'm waiting to kill him with his red, or his blue.
Rampage.
He thought I went over the wall. But I, in fact, was sitting on his blue. Your laner walked away. Where is he?
he to turn. There's not much I can do.
That's fine. I have to assume he's walking at me. That's why I'm asking.
No, he stays behind.
Okay.
He passive farms.
Okay.
I have to reset.
Okay. Reset. You have to back. You have to back.
An ally has been slain.
Fear this. I alone can direct.
An enemy has been slain.
Rotate.
Well, you can't rotate. I need mid to rotate, but he's already backing.
Oh. That's
I'm
unfortunate.
pinging that because he just got a kill on his laner, which means we have the ability to go towards it. But if he decides he's just not going to move, then I don't get to go there. Because Warwick disappeared bottom side, which means he has to be somewhere in the bottom side region of the map, because there's nothing else he could be doing. I took his entire top side.
I have to play around him. I can't engage.
This is exactly one of those matchups I was talking about.
Fucking lame, boy.
Shut down.
He's almost out of mana. if you can get the right amount of needed. Because there is.
I'll be coming to help you soon. I have to get the chores down here done first.
I'm somehow keeping up with level, but not in CS.
That's okay.
I have mastered every weapon of war.
Wonder
No
bar.
prattling tool will prove an
Ah,
exception.
fuck yes.
I'm coming right off this back. Just survive. You don't have to fight him, you have to keep your health high and keep farming. Because you standing there is going to entice him to try and dive. And that you have to look out for. But he's almost doomed. So he's not going to stay here unless he expects to get an item by. Let's fight this straight out.
What is that?
Okay, he's still there. I'm coming.
Yeah, he is low on mana. I
know, I'm coming. I promise you, I am coming. Because right now I'm using you as bait. He's a bad player. All he sees is your health pool and he's like, I want to kill that. He's waiting for you to step over the line of control so he can use his spells on you.
I'm this guy trying to kill me, and you're just like, let me slather this bait, let me put this barbecue sauce on you.
Yes!
Okay.
Didn't want you to lose that.
Fucking finally!
Been slain.
Push the lane. Push the lane.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. Come on.
Now Yasuo pays attention. I have to assume you got that.
Ow.
We have to help him here.
An enemy has been slain.
Did you even notice he was dying?
No, I noticed. But I was also mentally taking in the fact that we have to fight, Ziggs. Because I don't like fighting Ziggs whatsoever.
Ziggs fucked his spells up.
Yeah. No. Let's see enemy team. That's suppress. CC. Yep. Merchants.
Dominating. Double kill.
Shadows, perhaps. Order.
Turret plating will soon fall.
What am I dealing with? Yeah, it's
Absolutely crazy that he's running three and we winning one.
I'm coming directly to him. Because if you notice there, he dropped his super turret during that fight.
Yeah.
Keep vision of him. Keep vision of him. When a jungler is coming to gank, you do not lose vision of them. Because I want to see if he walks into a brush. I don't want to have to guess.
Alright.
That is the most important thing for you to remember as a top laner. Because if I don't see where he is and I have to play the gank slowly instead of quickly, it's going to make it harder to kill him. Because I don't want him to have time to stall. You understand?
Yes.
I don't randomly want a jungler coming out to save and bail him out from what to be a 2v1 to a 2v2. As for this composition, this is a Prowler's Claw game. I don't like Prowler's Claw doing this setup because it's much easier to use on the other one, but there's a lot of people I have to dash after. Of course, I can always go Gore Drinker. That's always a decision. I'll decide when I get there.
Yeah, I died there.
An enemy has been slain.
Build cheese mail. Or should I build Zonius? Build cheese mail. I'm building Banshee's mail.
Good move from Yasuo there. He just needs to occupy Warwick so he can't fight me over the wall. And he killed him.
Killing spree.
No, what the fuck am I doing? I can take him.
Yeah, at this point you should. I hope so.
Wait, no, that's a tricky thing. I
I hope I would put enough resources into using to solo him. Although then again, it is Ziggs, or excuse me, it is Heimer. The Donger can be longer and stronger.
Yeah, he is actually pretty strong. There wasn't much I can do against that. Because it took me a second to realize he has a CS advantage and a kill advantage on me.
Plus minus 45 gold here wouldn't really affect that. It would be the way that you play the situation. You have to get in so that you can be able to get your damage on top of them. And this man's currently just... yeah, he's just farming.
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor. Aced.
We'll just MK.
Agree.
Like I'm like behind.
Possibly.
No,
No, I'm looking at it. It's a mindset of what do I do next? Like, if you were behind here, you would take some of my camps.
that's kind of a dick move.
I'm already far ahead. I am 11-0.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Double kill.
Like, taking every camp topside, if they have been leaving their camps up, would be fine to do. Since I've been farming my camps, it'd be the ability to stay ahead and be way, way ahead of them. But in this situation, I wouldn't mind, because it would be gold to get you back on the map. Because we would lose nothing for doing it. You understand?
Yeah, I'm below the 80s right now. Yeah, I'm down.
I survived eternity. They die today.
Yeah, that is trust. You took the jungle, didn't you?
What is this Ravenous Hydra bullshit just ping? Oh my god, it's built so bad. Yes, he's supposed to build a Hydra item, but he should not be building Ravenous, you should be building Titanic.
Yeah. Put it there.
Unstoppable.
I survived eternity. They will die today.
No. Well, if they're doing what I think they're doing, this is gonna suck. Yeah, they're waiting till late game.
Shut
I mean, they're not going to be able to get to late game.
double kill.
Right now, Severa's just farming. She just wants to get kills because she's a KDA player. Sometimes players will stack kills like this because they just want to have a big penis. And they want to make them surrender rather than ending the game because reasons. Next game, and it's gonna be the last game for the day.
Yeah.
So, do you feel that you're gonna be more confident going into this next matchup now that you've experienced what it's like to get punished by someone who's not gonna give you an inch?
Yeah.
Good. Because you need to go into every single game understanding that mindset. No matter if they're melee, pseudo-ranged, or a ranged bully. You need to keep the mindset that they're going to fuck me, and I need to learn to deal. Because your lane is not 1v1, it is 2v1. I understand that a lot of the pressure you're feeling is coming from just being fucked by the lane, but this is just one person applying pressure to you. Imagine if the jungler was camping you.
Okay. Okay. Where are you? Where are you, you little shit they are? If I was with Kennen, I'd rather kill myself.
I mean, it's really a question of which matchups have you learned enough to be able to play around that you can be able to risk not banning them in favor of something else that's also OP. Like, the reason why I always ban Irelia as Yorick is because I do not want her to get free 4 stacks off of my minions. And the reason I ban Graves as Kayn is I do not want him to build a leech tank build and be able to kill my jungler on cooldown, or kill my laners on cooldown, because they will not take him seriously and they bullshit around when he comes to gank them.
So, I'm surprised you haven't, like, told me to stop playing Gwen because she's kind of bad right now. Well, she's always been bad.
Your job is to climb. You're climbing through low evil first. The players you're playing against are players that are just like you right now.
Will you?
They're unrefined. You are starting to take the game seriously to learn. So you're going to have an edge on them because you want to win. Right now, you're still playing normals. Next time, you're going to be playing in ranked. And I can promise you, no matter if you're playing ranked or normals, you should be going into every match with the interest of, I want to stomp, I want to win, I want to stomp, I want to win, and more importantly than anything else, I want to do my best. I don't care if your best is an F. Your best is what I need, is what you need.
I'm understanding that I have to go against Mordekaiser, and that's just gonna hurt my soul.
Mm-hmm. Because a lot of the times, in these matchups that you're going to be going into, and that you're about to go into, a lot of these players are bad. They only know how to do one or two things. Very rarely are they going to be a well-rounded player, and very rarely are they going to play to win. They're going to be playing for fun. And that for fun mentality of, it doesn't really matter, fuck this guy, how dare my jungler tell me that I should react on time. That attitude is not going to help you climb, but what will help you climb is refining your mistakes and start exploiting your enemies. Right now, my goal is to build you up with a foundation, and off that foundation, you will be able to support yourself. And then once you're able to support yourself, you'll be able to look for those plays that you can take that will help you be able to win. Because then, once you know what you are strong at, you'll be able to notice what the enemy you're facing is weak at, and you'll be able to take the advantage. If you don't focus on that, if you focus on other things outside of that, you're going to find yourself having a very hard time to try to win. Because the mindset is everything. I don't care if you play the shittiest champion in this game. You can stomp lane with it. You can go even or even get ahead. In this season, it's going to be the season of the assassin. In your case, not as great because you're not somebody who uses Axiom Arc. But you still need to think of the mindset, I want to stomp my lane and take it to the map. I want to stomp my lane and take it to the map. Think that, and you will never have a problem with your lanes. But you have to build the confidence to know that that is what you can do. Because if you play on the back foot forever, and in your case, if you always are taking exhaust into these matchups forever, you're going to be missing a lot of value you could be getting out of other sums. If it's how you...
No, this time I genuinely forgot to take something other than exhaust because...
I mean, in this lane, you justify it because you play some Mordekaiser.
Yeah.
I'm not that upset about it because he has Ignite, so you may need to use it. Same situation that you were learning today against me is exactly what you now need to play against here. I expect you to give me your best. Chat, you need to cheer on my client. He's nervous. He never done nothing like this before. He has the jitters.
You seeing the sun Carl's way? Okay. So it'll help my nervousness.
Yeah, it's just like you walk into a brothel for the first time. Y'all gotta give him the shoulder touch. Give him the rub. Give him one of these. Just, Chris, you can do it. You can do it. Yes. Hercules, Hercules, Hercules.
I can do it. I can do it. The first person that talks to me is a dude that looks like a woman. I don't think I can do it.
Dude looks like a lady.
What does Rost mean, anyway?
Yeah, we pushing that.
I'm looking to go to the blue.
Yeah.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Oh yeah. Let's turn this
30 seconds until minions spawn.
I have mastered every weapon of war. No flattering tool improves
From T-Bank.
Good job. Now you just have to live.
An
Ally has been slain.
Kill the mind.
That's alright. Play. So
No, that's
you
fine.
get time. Read this. Because I think that's 24 hours. Okay.
I can't go for this, unfortunately.
your nightmare.
Bring it over the wall.
Do they trouble
Yeah, I can see it.
Not nightmares. Plans.
I have to try to kill her out of red if I want to make it play aggressively like that.
Nothing important. Nothing important.
You're saying they're stopping the reincarnate?
What will be?
Yeah, that we already routed to your other card.
When?
Mom, how do you collect UE?
That card.
Yeah, that's the only thing we use key banks for.
Yeah.
Whom should I obey? Master Zed or the farmer? Delusions and grandeur.
Thank you, baby.
No problem. Yeah, he is bullying me slightly.
Play around it.
An enemy has been slain.
Good job.
An ally has been slain.
Didn't see him using doesn't.
You will die.
Yeah, took him out.
Well, Dave,
This is the last game, Mom.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Chris. Your son paid for me to coach him, and today was the session I needed to complete with him.
Ionians, are they all as confident as you?
There is no one like me. Here we go.
I do like this.
I don't know why players are like this.
Slain.
Insane.
Lies soothe the mind, don't they?
No, I should finish still cat.
So much to kill.
Their screams will echo in this place.
The Kaiser's doing something.
Tea time's over. As expected.
No, I'm gonna say. She's dying without sums, which means she's just bad.
This will very much upset the balance.
An ally has been slain. An enemy
There's not much I can do against that
Right now, not really. You just need to farm to live.
an ally has
Same
been
thing that
slain.
Mid needs to do, but he can't do it, so his lane is headed out by 2 kills now. The first kill because he is just not a player, so he can't be bothered to try and survive. He'd rather focus on typing.
right. Alright, so.
And the second one because I died to her. Because he did not ping out her sums.
Alright, let's say FF15. So. Exhaust should. Not exhaust. Ignite should still be on cooldown.
Did such foolishness lead to your imprisonment?
I'm actually.
There is
So he's already running, which means he has ward somewhere.
fear this. For those who cannot see in the dark, what does Rost mean?
Because there's nothing I can do there if he just starts walking away from me.
No, it's fine. In fact, that's what I need. I need him to walk away for a bit.
I have
Because if he walks away, I'm allowed to CS.
serve me.
Come on. Fucker. Fucker. Hey, bitch.
Zed's order shackles you. I offer freedom.
Sacrifice a cooldown.
Free.
Sacrifice a cooldown.
Here he comes. Why are you not helping there? You know that you're here.
Enemy
Come on now.
spree.
I need to get level 6.
Play's over. Walk away. When your laner is walking away, you should be seeing what is happening on the map. This is another reason why you cannot be on lock screen.
Can I have bad tunnel vision?
What?
I have bad tunnel vision.
Yes. Your laner disappeared. You should be pinging out. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he?
Here we go.
Because I can promise you, he can see me, and he can see, and you can see me. Whoever moves first is the one who wins the engagement there. He reacted first. I have to give it up.
His passive got me.
Neither time nor violence will end.
Playing Irelia, you toxic toddler.
Yeah, that's why I muted him.
He's saying dive mid at mid 30 GG's.
That's on him being shit.
Ally has been slain.
There's nothing that I can do about him being a shit player. Because he is currently doing what would be happening if I did not train you today. He does not know how to play versus a matchup that is ranged. So it doesn't matter whether or not it would be a mage that's there or not. He'd still be dying. Because he wants me to come bail him out because he's bad.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Game's still winnable so far, but he's just gonna keep typing.
That's just the part that's gonna suck.
Enemy rampant.
I dashed out of that. I dashed.
I'll have no trouble killing you, and less trouble killing you.
I'm inting. I'm fucking inting. He's in your jungle.
Ally has been slain.
He's taking rappers. Oh no, he's not. No.
Both these things are bad. Got her. Close. Of course he was in my camps. What? That's all I can do there. Because he's gonna keep inting all game long. Him and bottom. So now it's gonna be on you and I to carry this.
An enemy is
It's going to be on you to carry this because I'm inting.
No. You are more capable than you realize.
He's got a 3-level advantage, Carl.
So far, survive. Take the jungle camps.
I can't. It's more.
In death, Frost now serves me.
Okay, if anything, a way we can get back an advantage is if we gain them. But that will also stand a chance of.
Fucking babies.
I hear the whisper of darkness.
You want me to?
What?
You want me to rotate to mid bot?
No, they're rotating the dragon. That's what we just fought over. And that's what they didn't try to fight over.
An ally has been slain.
That's an actual fucking baby. Still not even trying to farm his lane. Just went to my wolves and immediately backed. Alright, I'm coming.
Thank God it's Kim Tech Tree.
Don't worry, I'm coming. I need to know what he has.
He has dark seal.
No, what does he have up? Does he have his ultimate?
Yes, but he just uses E.
It's not gonna matter. If I show up, he's going to pick a target and he's gonna ult it. So you need to do as much poke damage as you possibly can, or just keep surviving.
The Darken is gone.
Shut down.
Just uses W. Ah, fuck.
Come on. Oh! You should have been prepared to kill him when he came out! Now it's over. Don't worry about it. It's just a game.
Yeah, but I'm also a sore loser.
That also you have to work on. Yes, it's frustrating. You're gonna get put in games like this. It's your goal to know.
I can do better. I know I can do better.
Yes. But it doesn't matter if you die here. All that matters is that you understand that you shouldn't be dying here.
Okay, how are we 23 and 6? And I realize I am majority of those sets. Yep. I'm in yep. I can't stop him anymore. Wait, no. No, I can't stop him anymore. 3 levels ahead.
Yeah, no, this game's over now. At this point now. No, it's not on you. It's actually on the bottom lane. It's on the bottom lane in the mid. So you just report them, and then move on with your life. And also, I don't mean to get you in trouble with your parent.
No, it's not that I'm in trouble. So I would guess something. He's using a lot of the same. He has a lot of the same problems I have.
Mm-hmm. He's not very good. He's just currently fed.
To imply he's better than me.
No, he has a lot of kills and a lot of gold, and he has levels on you, which increases his ability to kill. Him being fed does not signify that you are bad.
An ally has been slain. An enemy legendary. Enemy double kill.
Because the other thing you have to keep in mind is that we don't have a team. Our team does not want to play together. They don't even want to try to win. So they're grouping up. And even when we try to go for a play and he split solo, he knows that if something were to go wrong, he's going to have support.
Shut down.
So I should have just FF.
Has been destroyed.
Yes. But it wouldn't have gone through because the first votes has to be unanimous.
Yeah. I hit no.
Why?
Because I still had some hope that we could potentially bring it back.
No. Mid's a troll, bottom lane's a troll. I could always try, but realistically speaking, it's not possible. If the mid won't come to a fight where we have vision of something, and we need to protect something like a buff, they're not going to come to a fight where we need to have multiple units. Because they've decided that it's more important to upset the jungler than it is to actually play the lane. Of course.
Good. We can take if we take back Drake, we do extra bonus damage to people who have higher HP than us.
We don't have any dragons.
Yeah, but Cloud Drake, M-Tech Drake.
Yeah, but they don't want to play to win. I wouldn't even type to them. It's not worth it.
So I should just FF?
Yes, because they're just gonna continue doing this. This is what they want to do. They don't want to try. Do they look like they're trying? No. They're just waiting to lose.
Okay.
Winning Chris?
No.
Oh no. Don't do that, Three.
No, we lost.
Oh no!
Hmm.
Also what? Actually, no. I am dyslexic.
So I'm a little bit tripping. But thanks again.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I have to review on what I did wrong. I have to look up guides on how to better play Gwen.
I would just look up replays. Guides are not going to teach you a lot because you're just gonna start tunneling in on the information it gives you. And it's good for you to go study, but you can't just copy and copy and copy. It's a good tactic to emulate so you can learn from it, but you need to see gameplays. Are you familiar with the YouTube channel Domio Silver Replays? Are you familiar with the channel?
Which channel?
Domium some replays.
No. No, I'm not.
So, Domium some replays is a high elo replay channel that uploads VOD replays of every single game that is played inside of all of the matchups in all of the servers. And it also has individual, I'm posting it to you inside of Discord, it also has channels that are specialized to show you games of only that champion and its matchups. So, for example, there is one for Gwen. And there is another one for Mordekaiser. And they are updated, and there is new uploads every single day. And all of these uploads are all going to be coming from things that are above platinum. So these are techniques and matchups that can work and are designed for a reason. When you go study and when you decide to do your homework today for the week until we have another session again, I want you to study those replays because I study them every day. I've been studying the Yorick replays every single day. Because not only am I putting together shit that's for builds, but I'm also thinking about what don't I know, and what tactics don't I use. This is going to be the way for you to do that. Watch both the victories and the defeats. It's going to be very important that you do that. Victories and defeats.
Okay.
Because you want to learn why did they win, why did they lose, what fights did they take, what items did they build, what sums did they take, what runes did they take. Because this shows everything from the beginning of the game. It shows the entire item build path, it shows what they chose to do for the runes, and it's going to show you everything that they chose to take on the map, and when it was taken on the map. It's going to be the most important thing that will help you survive. Alright?
Okay.
I'll see you next week.
See you next week.
And so, as the session ends, so does the stream, everyone. I hope you enjoyed today's play session. I will see you all tomorrow.
See y'all later.
Bye, everybody.
I have to digest the homework.
I need to understand the assignment. Bye, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.